Kevin, good to see you.
Good morning, I think.
Yes, it is morning. Okay, good. We got a good crew. I'm really glad to see that. Okay, beginning Tai Chi. This is the beginning 24 movement Ilu form. Ilu means first road. The first road forms are the forms that everybody knows about Tai Chi. They're very slow, they're very gentle. That's what everybody thinks about with Tai Chi. But there's another set of forms called the Erlu forms. Those are second road forms. Those are fast and tough. Nobody in America really knows about those, but they are built upon each other. So the way the whole Tai Chi system is built is meditation, Qigong, Ilu, Erlu, push hands, sparring, fighting. Well, we're not going to do any sparring and fighting, and we're probably not even going to do any push hands unless we can do a retreat together. We don't really have time in class to do much meditation. I think a couple times a year I'll probably teach it, and then it's up to you if you want to do it. But what we can do is the heart of it, the core of it, Qigong and the Tai Chi forms. So this is the introductory form. The good thing about this is once you learn this, you've got the heart of all the other forms, all the advanced forms. In fact, in the advanced Tai Chi class today, we're going to start the main practice form, which is an 83 movement form. Eventually, we'll move on to its sister, which is a 71 movement form. So the main practice forms are about 150 movements, but they've been condensed down and turned into this 24 movement form. So they've taken out the athletically really hard movements, and they've taken out repetitions and just focus on very, very basic movements. That's what we're going to learn. So let's get going. The very first movement is called Kai Shi. Kai means to open. Shi means a form, so or a movement. So Kai Shi means the opening movement. All right? And traditionally it looks like this. All right? That's it. That's the opening move. My teacher, Master Zhang, used to say about this move, if you could truly get that move, you would understand all of Tai Chi because it's all there in the first move. All right? That is the basic theory. Now, hopefully, from the earlier class, you picked up that if you can grab some theory, you can use that theory as a lens to understand what it is you're looking at and begin to make it yours. Because this is the whole point of Tai Chi. It's not to learn somebody else's form, it's to learn your form. All right? Tai Chi is just you. So, what's going on? Let me turn a little bit to the side. I'll give you a three-quarter view. And you guys just watch and see if you can pick out the basic geometry of the move that I'm doing. What is the most salient motion that would give you an idea so you could explain to yourself or to anybody else what's going on? Right? So there's very basic movement. So I'm going to ask you What is the basic movement there? Now, there are some folks who have been in this class before, so they know the answer. You guys are disqualified from answering this. There's got to be a new person, all right? How about Genevieve? You haven't done this class before, have you?
I never have.
So
And
what did you see?
a lot of Lee circles.
A lot of Lee circles. What are Lee circles? They're front to back circles. All right. Okay, now if you had to explain to somebody, because this is a Lee circle, but this is also a Lee circle. They're both front to back. All right. So what can you say about this movement?
The Danshan is rolling backwards.
What about this movement?
And the Danshan moves forwards.
And what about this movement?
Backwards again.
Backwards. So how would you explain this to a Martian?
So picture a ball. As it rolls backwards inside your body, you pull your arms back and make a circle. Then do the direction. Let the ball roll forward.
Right.
Backwards one more time.
Backwards again. So the underlying the complexity of that motion, right? There is a reverse Lee circle, followed by a forward Lee circle, followed by another reverse Lee circle. So you can grab onto that to help you remember what's going on. Now, this is one of the simplest movements in the form. Nevertheless, that basic idea you can carry forward throughout the whole form and understand what's going on. All right. There may be shoe circles, side to side circles, or ping circles, and lots of hybrids, right, that are partly this and partly that. But basically, they all cook down to this very simple idea of Lee circles, shoe circles, ping circles, right? All right, let's work on this so that you can get the first time through the form here. What you want to get is the basic choreography. We can't go in huge, great depth. That's not the point the first time through. The first time through, you just grab the basic choreography so you've got something to work with. After that, the second time through, then you really start working on the energy channels. The third time through, you start working on the martial applications, not to become a martial artist, but to train your mind. And the fourth time through, you work on relaxation and flow. It's hard to relax when you're in a really sharp learning curve. You actually spend more energy on a learning curve than really you do physically, all right? But gradually, as you get to know the form really well, you can relax into it because you already know what you're doing. You can do it in your sleep practically, right? And move. And that's when you really get to real Tai Chi, which means it takes a minimum of 4 times through. I went through this form probably about 14 times with Master Zhang. 6 times move by move in private lessons with him, and 6 or 8 times in the public classes. And every time I went through it, I learned something. And I've been teaching it over and over and over for the past 12 years. And every time I teach it, I discover something. So this is a lifelong process of learning this. Let's start with movement number 1. All right? All right, watch my wrists. It's this very small circle. We didn't talk about this one, but there's a very small circle there. So in the earlier class, I said your power and power is different than strength. Strength is in your muscles. Power is in your energy body. It's your ability to use your strength, right? So your power comes out of the ground or out of your relationship with the ground. What is this movement? It's about grounding yourself, touching the ground, all right? Most people, the ground in here this is a cement floor. And most people think that's really hard. And if you dropped face first on it, it would feel really hard too. But actually, it's like the surface of a trampoline. When you walk across the ground, you're pushing energy into the ground. That's how you move forward. What most people don't realize is what the real reason you move forward is the ground pushes back into your foot. That is just plain physics. It's not some weird idea from China. It's physics, right? For every action, there must be an equal and opposite reaction. I'm pushing into the ground. That means the ground is pushing back into me, and that's what propels me forward. So it's just like a trampoline. You hit the ground, you bounce back up. You hit the ground, you bounce back up, providing you know how to do it. Right? You watch any great athlete in any sport, that's what they do. So you ground yourself. And then you come up from that grounding, just as if you were coming up off the surface of a trampoline. And draw in, re-ground yourself, and push out. Now, we're not going to talk about Xin Yi this time through very much at all. Xin Yi is your mental intention. That's for a future time through. Nevertheless, you got to have a mental intention because that directs your chi. And my guess is you can all see the basic martial application for that part of the move. Draw in, sink into the ground again, push out. Pretty simple. Maybe you're just pushing somebody. All right? I'm gonna do it the way you might actually do it in real life. The form is not real life. It's not like you're learning secret martial techniques that are gonna work, right? It's just getting the basics in the body so that you can improvise, right? That same movement in martial terms would look like this. That's the same movement. You're doing, at least if you're trained, you're doing exactly the same thing. Rising, drawing in, sinking into the ground, pushing. When we practice, we do it very large and very slow so that we really observe, feel inside the body what is going on. And of course, it looks very graceful and very beautiful because it is very graceful and very beautiful. But in real life, you couldn't use that as a martial defense. It's too slow and it's too big. Partly slow because it's big. But you could do exactly the same thing, very small. Right? I'm kind of trying to stand at an angle so you can see. Right? This is big and slow. This is small and fast. Right? And if you can learn to project your energy, it can be very powerful. But we're going to stick with slow, big and slow. contact the ground. Come up, draw into your chest, sink into the ground again. You can feel it back there on your heels, and then move forward on the balls of the feet and push out. Again. And again. And again. Now, this movement, something like this movement, happens at many places in the forms. It's a very fundamental kind of movement. And there are different ways to do it. So you could do it with your fists. Or you could do it with the palms of the hand. Or you could do it the way we're going to do it, which is with the tips of the fingers. Now, you may notice that toward the end of that little exercise, my hands are coming together. So I'm not pushing like this. I'm pushing like this. Because I'm going straight into his solar plexus, my imaginary opponent. In other words, I'm attacking his center line. Now, we don't really want to get into the fierce part of this, right? But that's what you're doing. Now, you could, instead of attacking the solar plexus, you could just push him in the chest. Master Feng, my teacher was Master Zhang, his teacher was Master Feng. Master Feng is our grandmaster, was our grandmaster. He passed away in 2012. He was the person who invented this particular style of Tai Chi. And he used to say, and Master Zhang would say all the time, yeah, it's important to learn the martial side of things so that you understand what's going on, because your mind directs where your chi goes. But then when you understand that, you sort of just let go of all that stuff and focus instead just on the mind and the energy body, kind of as pure non-martial experiences. So we'll talk about the martial application, but then we'll let go of it. Now, I want to show you one short video. It's just a little 2-minute video of someone doing this movement seriously. So let me cue that up and we'll watch it. So the truth is, Tai Chi is a very effective martial art, providing you are trained to fight. But that's not what we're doing. I just wanted you to see that, to understand that this is Tai Chi has a reputation of, oh, it's all so soft and pretty. It's very effective. That was exactly what we were doing, training. It was one hand, right? Boom. Watch the chi in my hand. Could you see it? Boom. So, if you want to train in the martial arts, you can, but that's not what we're doing. What we're training in is the foundation underlying all that stuff. You can apply that to the martial arts. You can equally apply it to the healing arts, and you can apply it to the art of self-transformation, which is what I think we're doing. We're focusing on health and self-transformation. So the basic idea of controlling your energy. That's no different than controlling the energy in your hand when you learn to play the piano, right? You watch a really good pianist. You watch their fingers. Watch their. I mean, they're doing both hands and both feet on the pedals, and they're working the piano with their whole body. And that's what we're doing. Slowly, slowly, slowly learning the basic foundation of this. All right? So, first move. Now, when we watched that guy getting clobbered, his body stopped that guy's hand. And the hand went into the body a little bit, but it basically stopped it. But in Tai Chi, you don't want to stop your energy arbitrarily. So I think of this as, you all know Ocean Beach down in the front of San Francisco there. It's a very long, shelving beach. When a wave hits Ocean Beach, it just goes up the beach until it's done, and then it just gently slides back into the ocean, right? There's no point where it stops. It goes up and then it comes back. So it's either going up or it's coming back. And you can think of the transition here into the next circle in the same way. It just goes up and up and up the beach. How far does it go up the beach? Feel inside your body. Feel your energy. How far? Okay, now it's wanting to come back in. And then up the back and down the front. Up the back, 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 down the front. Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and press down. Press down. Press down. Right? Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and press down. Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and press down. reversely circle and push out, forwardly circle and pull down, reversely circle and press down. All right? And hopefully you can see each of those circles is a slightly different size. All right? So the first circle, you might call in the medium range. It's about shoulder or chest high, shoulder high, press out. The second circle is big, pull down. And the third circle is small. You just come up to your navel. So it's Mama, Papa, and Baby Bear, all right? One more. Tell you what, call out this. One of the things you can do to help yourself learn the first movement, the basic choreography, is learn a script. You can make the script up yourself, or you can follow me, because I've done this so many times, I've got a script, right? So I'm going to call it out. Call it out with me. Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and press down. One more. Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and press down. All right? Do it the other way. Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and press down. Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and press down. Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and press down. All right? So let's have a couple other people lead too. So the way we're going to do this, because you guys are all muted right now, so you're not showing up on the recording, but I want several other people to lead too. So Jill, do you want to lead? The way you can lead is flip your sound on, say good morning, and then we'll all be able to see you. And the rest of you, you can all pin her so she gets large. Jill, why don't you wave at everybody so they know who's who? That's Jill.
All right. Am I
Yes, you're
front and
good.
center now? Okay. Do you want me to call it out?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle and pull down.
Right.
And then
Another reversely circle and press down.
and press down.
Okay, so that's the script. Learn that, because here's the trick, guys. You must practice this outside of class. You absolutely must. If you're going to do this class, you have to do that. It's just like learning the piano or guitar or anything else. If you don't practice between lessons, you might as well not be taking lessons. So learn the script, because that will help you learn this and do it. Now we're also recording this, and I'll put up the recording and send the URLs out to everybody tomorrow morning. so you can watch this class to refresh your memory, but it's better just to remember. So Jill, one more time.
All right. Reversely circle and press out. Forwardly circle and pull down. Reversely circle and push down.
Good. All right. Robin. Okay. Robin, wave at everybody so they can see you. You all can pin Robin.
Morning.
Robin, say good morning.
Morning.
Okay. You're good.
Reversely circle and push out. Forwardly circle, pull down. Reversely circle and press down.
One more.
Reversely circle and press out. Push out. Forwardly circle, pull down. Reversely circle and press down.
Good. Kevin.
Sorry, I'm having trouble. I have glaucoma medicine. I can't see anything.
You're okay. You're good. Were you
All right.
worried? Say something again.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let me, I can see myself now. Reversely circle. Press out. Forwardly circle. Press down. Reversely circle. Push down.
And again.
Reversely circle. Press out. Forwardly circle. Press down. Reversely circle. Push down.
Okay, good. Okay, so that is traditionally, that is where the first movement ends. It's just those first 3 circles. It's actually rather ceremonial, right? We'll go into the internal energy patterns maybe next time through, but this time just get the basic choreography. And you go, well, the choreography's so simple, of course I've got it. Yeah. Well, if you're like most other people, right, when you're on your own trying to do it, you will forget. Did that circle go forward or backward? That's where the script can help. Now practice, because tomorrow we're going to work on this part. Okay, so it gets much more complicated very quickly. You must practice, and you should practice every day. Let me give you some advice from an old practitioner. Don't practice for an hour. Practice for 5 minutes. But then 2 hours later, practice for 5 minutes again. practice half a dozen times during the day, just for a couple of minutes. Because that kind of gentle repetition will get it out of short-term memory and get it into long-term memory. Now that second move that I just demonstrated is called Buddha's Warrior Pounds the Mortar. It's a much more complex movement, and we'll actually spend several weeks working on it. The way this goes is there are 24 movements in the form. Those have been divided kind of arbitrarily, but they've been divided into 4 parts, each with 6 movements. Those parts are called sections. You can treat the sections as if they were little mini forms. The first section, we will go very, very, very slowly. But once you've got that, you may not realize it at the time, but once you've learned those first 6 movements, you will have learned the equivalent of like the first 100 words in a new language. No, you're not fluent, but actually you can carry on a simple little conversation. You will know more than you know you know. The second section will go a little faster, the third section a little faster, and the fourth section a little faster again. By the time you get to the fourth section, you will, I can guarantee you, because I've seen it happen over and over and over, you will be moving fairly quickly, all right? But at first, it's going to be very slow. And the key to this for you individually is to practice, all right? Okay, I want to finish by watching another little video. This is of a figure skater. It's a young lady, active right now. I'd never heard of her before last night. Annie discovered her on YouTube, and she is blowing everybody away. She is an absolutely incredible athlete. She's, I think in this video we're going to watch, I think she's 14 years old. She is beautiful. So it's well worth watching anyway. But,
Spiral power.
but what Annie just said, spiral power. Watch her form for its athleticism, for her personal expression, and also for her ability to move in spirals. Because on the theoretic side, that's where we're moving. Gyroscopes work in spirals. Your body also works in spirals, but we'll move toward that step by step. So make yourself comfortable. Let me cue this up and we'll watch it.
Malcolm, can I ask a question before you go?
Sure, Robin.
It was about the position of the thumbs when you're pressing forward.
Yes?
Are the thumbs tucked underneath the fingers?
Yes.
Yes. You don't-
Why? I'll show you why. Right? So suppose Annie, you do it with that hand. So suppose Annie doesn't tuck her thumb, right? She's going to touch me. What Master Zhang would do would be just to grab your
Be
thumb.
over.
Right.
It would be all over. What he would usually do it again, right? He would grab your thumb here, he would grab your other part of your hand here, and then he'd just look at you. All right? And after a while, you learn not to put your thumbs out, right?
Yeah.
You keep your thumbs tucked.
Thank you.
Lightly, but a little tucked, right?
Great. Thank you.
There's another reason for that, Robin. Watch what happens to my hands when you tuck the thumbs. They actually become like tubes, right? And by a tube, I mean a pipe like this. If this were just a straight piece of bar iron, I could probably bend it. But you cannot bend a pipe, right? So this is like a sheet of bar iron. But this becomes like a pipe. It's just much stronger. Yeah. So
Thank
two
you.
reasons.
That's an advanced question.
That's an advanced Taiji question. All right. Okay. Let's watch the video.
Russia, Kamila Valieva. So it is Kamila Valieva from Russia who takes the ice. There aren't enough superlatives to describe what she did at Skate Canada. Won the gold medal. Now she tries to wrap up a spot at the Grand Prix final. Here's the 2020 World Junior Champ, and perhaps right now, in this moment, the favorite in Beijing.
She has set new world records for her free skate, but has yet to do it in the short program. And if there's one area that Kamila has faltered or struggled this season, it's with the triple axel. 1 out of 4 attempts she's cleanly hit this season.
I will say, watching her on practice ice in Moscow last week, though, she didn't miss a thing. Beautiful triple axel to start.
The transition in and out of that triple axel was magnificent. Look at that grade of execution. You'll see in the technical score box, the base value very high with 8 points, and then almost 3 points in grade of execution on top of the base value.
And to do this in Russia, at home.
That young lady is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Doing the twirls with your arms up, she's the only one in the world who does that. Everybody else does it like this. She does it like that, right? She is so beautiful, and her every movement she's doing is with her whole body, her whole being. So I am unlikely to become a figure skater at this age, right? But you can still do every movement with your whole body, no matter what age you're at, right? And that is pure Tai Chi, that idea. So as you can probably guess, I'm sure she was 14 years old there. She probably started at age 5. So she's been doing this for years. It takes a lot of work to build something up, but you can do it no matter what your condition is, no matter what your age is, no matter what, you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. I started Tai Chi years ago because I have severe spinal stenosis. So I shouldn't even be doing this. I should be flat on my back in bed. But I don't want to do that. So I started with Master Zhang years ago, and I really don't pay any attention to my severe spinal stenosis. And spinal stenosis is a narrowing of the spinal canal at the down about here or so and back. Everybody has things that they are dealing with, but don't let them stand in your way. Because if she can do it, you can do it. Right? If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, guys, if you're going to stay for the advanced Tai Chi class, give me 5 minutes. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow morning, and we'll start on that second move. Okay, see you then.